to say to the house. I'm glad to be here. As we come to celebrate the resurrection of our Christ. Really, it's just a publicly recognized day of celebration, but the people of God are celebrating every day. We ought not need a scheduled calendar day to acknowledge the resurrection of our King. Amen. Amen. But either way, we're going to sing his praises. We're going to shout glory to the name of our dear Christ. He's still worthy to be praised. It's good to see you all this morning. Amen. Amen. Glad the Lord gave you a mind and a heart to be in the house of the Lord today. No accident that you're here. If you're here, it's because the Lord has something to say. Pray that you give it ear. Because if you don't, you might miss something. Amen. No matter what, we come for fellowship. We come for corporate worship. But if the word doesn't go forward, all we did was get together for a good time. Amen. Amen. It's the word of God that must go forward. Yes, sir. The edification of his church, the edification of his people, and the edification of his power, which is the gospel. Turn with me back to the gospel according to John, chapter 20. John chapter 20. I'm going to look at verses 14 through 16. I'm going to look at verses 14 through 16. The reading from the gospel, I'm going to ask that you stand if you are able. The gospel according to John chapter 20, verses 14 and 16 through 16. The scripture reads, "And when she had thus said, she turned herself back and saw Jesus standing, and knew not that it was Jesus. Jesus said unto her, Woman, why weepest thou? Whom seekest thou? She, supposing him to be the gardener, saith unto him, Sir, if thou have borne him hence, tell me where thou hast laid him, and I will take him away. Jesus said unto her, Mary. She turned herself and saith unto him, Rabboni, which is to say, Master. You may be seated. I want to say a few words this morning around the subject, I see Jesus. I see Jesus. The one thing about One thing about our world is every day the tables can turn. You can be one thing today, and you can be something else tomorrow. You could have one thing today, and tomorrow it'll be stripped from you. Life will turn on a dime. Without notice, without warning. And the truth of the matter is, we can easily be disturbed by it. I wonder sometimes how folks cope. Because the truth of the matter is, if you can't see Jesus working in a situation, you're going to have some trouble dealing with it. Too often, too many of us claim to know the Lord, claim to be part of the body of Christ, claim to go to church, belong to a church body, claim to be saved. But when life happens, we fail to see Jesus. And I can tell you, when you don't see Jesus working in the background, I can understand the initial shock, the surprise of it all, the initial pain of it. I can understand that. You're human. But at some point, a child of God ought to step back and take a moment. Have a little talk with Jesus. Observe the situation and say, Lord, I need you to help me look out of my third eye. Because these two natural ones I got are making it difficult for me. People of God, you ought to take at some point some time to do that. Because see, if you continue to just look at the situation and you never see Jesus, you just might never get over it. You just might never get up off your... I ain't going to call it right now. Thank you, God. What is it? Bless you. Thank you. But you might not be able to get past some stuff.
Yes, Lord.
What we see matters. What we see matters. And you know, and oftentimes maybe what it is you don't want to accept the fact that God is the one at work.
Yes.
Because see, if we accept the fact that it was God who allowed me to get laid off. It was God that took my mama. It was God that had my daughter get raped. It was God that allowed me to get kicked out of my home. See, we don't want to see that because then that's not a God that we want to believe in. Surely that's not God. God ain't going to have me go through all that. The devil is just winning right now. We don't want to believe that's God. We don't want to believe that's God. Surely that ain't God. The thing is, if it ain't God, I'm scared. It better be God. It better be God that let Trump get in the White House. If it ain't, we in trouble. It better be God. So, accept the fact. You see, some of us don't like the process. We don't like the way God moves. We don't like how he works. We don't like the sanctification process and what God must do to us. We want to get to the other side, but we don't want to have to go through the fire to get there. I'm almost done. But we have it in the text before us. It's resurrection morning. It's the first day of the week. Here comes Mary Magdalene with her spices and her ointments. She comes to the sepulchre, and the stone is rolled away, and the tomb is empty. And she is now looking for her Jesus. She's looking for her Jesus. It's interesting to me. It's interesting to me how we will search for God in the situation and forget that he's all around us. We'll search for God in the situation that we're in the mess, and the turmoil, and the surprise, and the agony, and the pain, and the suffering. We'll be looking for God, saying, Lord, where are you? And we forget that he's never left. Amen. Forget that he's never left us, but that he was there the whole time. The crazy thing is that she was searching. It says that she saw two angels. And the two angels appeared, one at the head and the other at the feet. And they said unto her, Woman, why are you weeping? She said, Because they have taken my Lord, and I don't know where he is. But then after the angels appeared, it says she turned. How come just angels showing up wasn't a miracle enough to catch her attention? If you just saw two angels just show up and they just start talking to you, would that not get your attention? The thing is, it's crazy how God allows miracles to happen in our life. Because you do know that God's angels still be working in the lives of his people. You wonder how somebody just showed up and put something in your pocket when you was broke. I didn't even know who they were. You wonder how some stuff just happens every now and then. Angels of heaven are all around us. But it says she saw the angels and she just turned away from them. The angels are there. I would have been like, do y'all know where he is? I would have been inquisitive. I would have inquired something of them. Here are angelic beings. Here's somebody who's showing me a miracle right in front of my face, and we turn away from it. Still unable to see God working in your situation. So not only does she ignore the angels, but then it says when she turned, then it said now Jesus appeared to her. It said that when she had thus said that, she turned herself back and saw Jesus standing and knew not that it was him. She sees Jesus and she doesn't know that it was Jesus. In other words, she had no knowledge of who she was standing before. But my question was, because this is Mary Magdalene, I'm not confused. This is Mary Magdalene we talking about. How did she not know who it was? How did she not know? Isn't this the same Mary that spent countless hours listening to his teachings? Ain't this the same Mary that washed Jesus' feet with her hair and anointed his feet with oil? Isn't this the same Mary that was at the foot of the cross while my Jesus bled, suffered, and died? If this is the same Mary, how did she not know who Jesus was? That sounds like so many of us today. We get in situations and we can't see Jesus working. How did you not know it wasn't Jesus? Ain't you the same one where you was asking, I don't know how that car missed me? Ain't you the same one when your bills couldn't get paid and somehow your lights never got cut off? Ain't you the same one when you couldn't lift your own head? He came and rocked you back and forth. But yet you don't know Jesus when you see him. Yeah, you don't know him when you see him. Ain't he the same one?
Yes, Lord.
That when you couldn't find mama, you couldn't find daddy? Ain't he the same one when your friends forsook you, your friends you couldn't find none of them? When those that smiled in your face and talked behind you and behind your back? Ain't he the same Jesus when you lay awake in your bed at night? His phone was never busy, but he took your phone call, for he is a God who never sleeps nor slumbers. Ain't he the same God that when you called on him, even when you didn't know how to say thank you when you was up, even when you didn't know how to give him glory when you was up, but when you was down and out and you cried out unto him, he still came to see about you anyway. Isn't that same Jesus? And yet you still can't see him. You still don't know him when you see him. Lord have mercy. Spent all this time. Been in the church. We've been in the church your whole life. Been in the church your whole life. Heard testimony after testimony. Folks coming up here talking about, Pastor, they said I got stage 4 cancer. And here we are 30 days later, and they say we can't find it no more. You see and you heard the story of the same Jesus. You ain't giving him credit. I know I ain't where I should be, but thank God I ain't where I ought to be. But you still don't know him when you see him. Lord, have mercy. How many of us have been like that? Thing is, we can easily be as the two who were walking on the road to Emmaus. And Jesus showed up and was walking with them and talking with them and teaching them. And they didn't even know who they were talking to. But the Bible says in the book of Luke, it says that their eyes were withheld from knowing who he was. What are you saying then, Pastor? What are you saying? I'm saying Jesus reveals when he's ready to reveal. Sometimes you don't need to see it. Sometimes he needs to shield your eyes from seeing him. Sometimes you're not ready to behold the beauty of his holiness. He got to allow you to go through some more stuff. He got to get you to see some more of yourself before he can give you a piece or a glimpse of him. He's got to maybe you ain't gone down far enough. See, some of us, we got to hit rock bottom before we can truly surrender all. If I just get knocked down for a moment and get myself back up, see, I think I'm big and bad enough. See, they thought they had me back, but they just don't know I'm a soldier. I'm going to get back up. They can't kill me. Credit. So see, sometimes God lay to the bottom, strip you of your dignity, strip you of your character, strip you of your slanderize and scandalize your name. You become broke where you can't depend on nobody else. Where you are sunken so deep, you in this stupor, this state of depression, that nobody getting out of you. Misery loves company. Nobody's coming to see you because all you're doing is spilling your mess out on everybody else, and you wondering how much longer. And then God will say, hey. Now that I got your attention. Now that you can't even look at yourself because you're looking at yourself and knowing that yourself is a low down dirty dog. You can't even depend on yourself. That's where you got to be. That's where God has to get us sometimes. So he ain't ready to reveal. He ain't ready. Let me show you a little bit more first. I got to show you a little bit more of what he said. You got to fall a little bit more today. I'll fall a little bit further. Because if I show you myself or too much of myself too soon, you still won't surrender to me. Still won't surrender to me. See, so Jesus asked, why are you weeping? See, this is where we get without Christ. When we can't see Jesus, our hearts remain heavy. When we can't see Jesus, our minds remain perplexed. When we can't see Jesus, we fail to get over ourselves. When we fail to see Jesus, we can't forgive. When we fail to see Jesus, we can't move past some things in our life. See, when you fail to see Jesus and you have no knowledge of who Christ is, you can't find joy.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
You don't look all around you, and you can't find no joy. You can't find no happiness. You can't find no comfort in your situation. You can't find no contentment in the things of this world where moths and rust destroy. Everywhere you're looking for some satisfaction, everywhere that you're looking for some relief, will one day pass away. Even that husband, even that wife, even mama, even daddy. Sometimes children, best friends, confidants, homes, jobs, money, it all got to pass away. You will soon find yourself in a situation of utter despair. But what I'm glad about in the text is I'm glad that when God decides to reveal himself, he does so when he gets ready. Because see, the thing is, when God shows up when he gets ready, that means he was right on time. He's never late. He never misses a deadline. He never misses an appointment. He may not come when you want, but you better believe he's on time. Because see, the thing is, what I see in the text is before, see, he had addressed the woman. He just calls her woman. knowing that she doesn't know him, he plays the game right along with her and acts as if he don't know her either. He presents himself as a stranger. And as presenting himself as a stranger, she perceives him to be somebody else. Ain't that something how we can easily be deceived when God is working something? We will convince ourselves that it's something completely different. When God sent somebody by your house to speak life into your situation, we give all the credit to that person or whoever told them about your situation. We give all the credit to our confidants and our mentors. We give all the credit to ourselves instead of giving credit to God for the level of intelligence, patience, consistency that he has put in you. See, we want to give credit everywhere else because we deceive ourselves when we can't see Jesus. You can see the lady right here. Christ didn't come to her in a way that she easily recognized him. And so by her thinking that he was the gardener, she was really about to just write him on off. And see, we got to be careful in how we perceive the help and the aid that we're getting in our situation. Because see, the thing is, when you're thinking God is nowhere around, what you need to know is he has never left you to yourself. Yeah, I know. See, you struggling. You struggling. It's hard. But you making it. You're still making it. And yet instead of glorifying God for the fact, given the situation, you should have been written off a long time ago. But we want to dwell on the fact that you still got to struggle instead of glorifying God for his continued mercy and grace. We'll deceive ourselves. Let's see, the thing is, as I told you, he called a woman. But the next time he addresses her, he now assumes his character as master. He assumes his character as Lord and shepherd. And he calls her Mary. And see, the thing is, something happened when he called her by her name. So something happened when he called her name, for she recognized the voice of the shepherd. Hallelujah. She recognized his voice because the sheep knows the voice of the shepherd. And when he called her by her name, it was as if he was saying to her, yeah, you know who I am. Don't get it twisted, old girl. You know who I am. You remember who I am. Don't you remember I put a hedge all around you? Don't you remember I am the good shepherd that you shall not want for anything? Don't you remember I am the good shepherd that leadeth you beside the still water? Don't you remember I'm that same good shepherd that calls you to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and allows you not to fear any evil? And then she wakes up and says, oh, I remember that voice. I remember who that is. It's just like when you was outside and that street light came on and mama called outside, but you heard the voice and you came running. When the sheep hear the voice of the shepherd, the voice enters into the heart. Then the thing is I believe that her mind immediately went back to Calvary. I believe that when God shows up in our situation and he reveals to us that it's all him working in the background, our heart goes back to Calvary's cross. Because what I believe happened to Mary is Mary's mind immediately went back to the last time she saw my Jesus. For the last time she saw him, he was hanging on a tree. The last time she saw him, he was bleeding from head to toe. The last time she saw him, his body was bruised and broken down. The last time she saw him, they had wrapped him in swaddled white linen clothes and put him in a borrowed tomb. I believe that with every one of us, when God shows himself, he wants to remind us of where our joy comes from. So immediately, the mind goes back to Calvary. Because it's at the cross where I first saw the light. It's at the cross where I first saw myself. It's at the cross where I found joy in my wretchedness. It was at the cross where I found happiness. Even though I know I should be on my way to a burning hell. It was at the cross where my spirit was made alive. It was at the cross where he picked me up out of the muck and the miry clay. And he turned me around and placed my feet on a solid rock of salvation. I'm glad today that he took our minds back to Calvary, because we must see Jesus, see his suffering, see the heartache, see the pain, and understand that he went through all of it for a wretch like me. When I see what Jesus did, now I don't feel so bad about what I'm going through. When I see what Jesus did for little old me, even though I don't recognize him like I should, even though I don't praise him like I should, even though I don't love him like I should, and yet he still paid it all just for me. It brings joy to my heart. It turns my frown into a smile. It turns my burdened down heart into the heart of gladness. ours. Get off social media. Quit allowing everybody to get in your ear. Because everybody don't know my Jesus. Everybody don't have your best interest. Sometimes you gotta get to your quiet place. Shut the door. Lock the door. Tell the kids, don't bother me. Don't knock at my door. Because I need a appetite in my Lord. And I promise you, when it's all said and done, I can get up, wipe my eyes, comb my hair, change my clothes, pick up my sword, and walk on. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to see you in the midst of everything. All the Lord, I still see Jesus. All the hatred, I still see Jesus. All the sickness, I still see Jesus. All the hurt and the loss, I still see Jesus. Won't he do it? And he's been good to me. And he never failed me yet. Is there anybody in here that knows my Lord? And he's been good. All right. It's all right with my soul. Do what you want, say what you will, but you can't rob me of my joy. But this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world can't take it away. For my joy is in the Lord. I feel all right. I feel all right. Tell somebody who's been too good. I've got to praise him. I've got to praise him. I've got to praise him. Sister Smith, I've got to praise him. Teresa, I've got to praise him. I've got to praise him. He's been too good to me. I just ain't hold it. But somebody said it's like fire. Shut up in my phone. I don't know about you, but every chance I get, I'm going to praise his name. I'm not going to take one more breath for granted. But as long as I got breath in my body, I will praise you, the Lord. David said, I will bless the Lord at all times. Bless him when I'm up. Jesus. You remember what he's done for you. You didn't get where you are by osmosis. But the Lord has been good to you. He's been too good. He's been too good. He's been too good for you to rob him of his praise, for you to rob him of his time, for you to rob him of his generosity, for you to rob him and take advantage of his blessings. Don't you know, baby, God ain't got to bless you. He ain't got to keep showing you the mercy. He ain't got to do what he does. And the thing is, he does it in spite of you. He does it in spite of us. In spite of where we always get it wrong. In spite of where we keep messing it up. In spite of where we keep doing everything against what he has told us to do. God still shows up. And morning by morning. You have to do it. You better quit taking my dog for granted. You better quit taking my dog for granted. You better quit taking my dog for granted. Keep taking it for granted. And one of these days, he's not going to show up. I didn't say he was going to leave you. But he's going to leave you to yourself. He's going to let you fall.